He was just driving home from work, no speeding, no swerving, no broken lights. But what started as a routine traffic stop would spiral into a national outcry and a moment of unexpected humanity that shook the internet. If this story touches you, share it. Talk about it, because one act of compassion can echo further than you know. Presented by the Soul Script, where stories speak to the heart. The city of Eastbridge lay quiet beneath a blanket of indigo twilight, its narrow streets bathed in the gentle glow of worn-out street lamps. Marcus Bell guided his old but dependable 2007 Honda Accord down Maple Avenue, the route he had taken countless times over the past 8 years. The windshield wipers swished occasionally, clearing away the remnants of a soft spring drizzle. Inside the car, jazz legends Miles Davis and John Coltrane traded notes in a delicate musical conversation that filled the cabin with warmth. Marcus tapped the steering wheel gently, each beat grounding him. He was dressed in his usual end-of-day attire, a faded navy blazer, a coffee-stained tie loosened at the collar, and his ID badge clipped to the inside of his coat pocket. Marcus Bell was a literature teacher at Eastbridge High School, where he taught 10th and 12th grade English. That night, like many others before it, he had stayed late to work with one of his students, 16-year-old Jaden Reyes. Jaden had been struggling both academically and emotionally, a quiet boy with haunted eyes and a weight he couldn't name. Marcus had noticed him withdrawing over the past month, incomplete homework, sudden absences, unspoken grief hiding beneath polite smiles. That evening, instead of letting him walk out, Marcus had stopped him and said, "Let's talk." The conversation had started awkwardly, but by the end of the hour, Jaden had opened up, not completely, but enough. Enough for Marcus to feel that something invisible had shifted. He had reminded Jaden that he mattered, that someone saw him. He had no idea that simple act would change everything. Now, Marcus was driving home in the quiet aftermath of that moment. His heart was light, rare for a weekday. He passed a corner store, nodded at the sleeping figure of an old man on a bench, and rolled past the intersection just before the light turned red. And then it happened. Blue and red lights exploded in his rearview mirror. The haunting whoop of a siren followed. Marcus blinked, startled. He instinctively checked his speed, 34 in a 35. His mind raced. The car was registered, insured. His license was valid. Taillights working. No smell of alcohol, no traffic violations. He pulled over slowly, cautiously. His pulse quickened, even though he had done nothing wrong. Hands on the wheel, 10 and 2. He rolled down the window halfway. This was not his first traffic stop, but tonight felt different. The patrol car came to a stop behind Marcus's vehicle. A moment passed, then the door opened. From the driver's side of the cruiser, Officer Daniel Reyes stepped into the street. He was tall, clean-shaven, and appeared to be in his mid-40s. His uniform was crisp. His walk was deliberate. In the passenger seat remained Officer Elena Torres, a rookie fresh from academy training. She looked out the window anxiously, tapping her fingers on the dashboard. "You sure about this?" she asked as her partner approached the Honda Accord. Officer Daniel Reyes didn't reply. He had made his decision hours earlier, perhaps days earlier. Maybe even the moment his son had walked into the kitchen weeks ago and muttered, "There's this teacher. He saved me." Now, Reyes stood at the window of Marcus Bell's car, flashlight in hand. "Good evening, sir," Officer Reyes said. "License and registration, please." Marcus did not move immediately. "May I ask why I'm being stopped, officer?" His voice was calm, not hostile, just weary. There was a pause. Reyes hesitated, just for a moment, before repeating license and registration. Marcus exhaled slowly. He reached over to his glove compartment. His hands moved slowly and deliberately, his ID already prepared from his wallet. He handed the documents over. "Here you go, officer." A tense silence followed. Reyes looked at the documents but made no move to leave. "Step out of the vehicle, please," he said. Marcus stared at him. "I'm sorry. I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle." From the cruiser, Officer Elena Torres shifted again. "What is he doing?" she whispered. Marcus Bell stepped out slowly, every muscle tense. He glanced around. A few houses lined the street. A porch light flicked on across the road. A woman, white bathrobe, curly hair and rollers, stepped outside with a phone raised. She was recording. "Place your hands on the hood," Officer Daniel Reyes instructed. Marcus complied. He didn't argue, but his voice was steady. "I'm a high school teacher. I just left campus about 30 minutes ago. I stayed late to tutor a student. I haven't broken any laws." "You're Marcus Bell?" Officer Reyes asked. Marcus glanced back over his shoulder. "Yes." Officer Reyes lowered his flashlight. The brightness dimmed, and for the first time, Marcus could see the officer's face clearly. The sternness had faded. His eyes glistened. Without another word, Officer Daniel Reyes turned and walked back to the patrol car. Officer Reyes opened the glove compartment of his cruiser and retrieved a plain white envelope. He walked back to Marcus, still standing by the hood. "This is for you," Officer Reyes said. He held it out. Marcus took it, cautious. Inside was a letter, handwritten, folded carefully. The penmanship was neat but uneven, as though written with trembling fingers. Marcus unfolded it. "Dear Mr. Bell, you probably don't remember everything about me. I've never been the loudest kid in class. I usually sit in the back. I keep my head down. But last month, you pulled me aside after school. You noticed I wasn't okay. You asked me to stay. You didn't push. You just listened. That night, I had already made a decision. I didn't think anyone would notice if I disappeared. But you did. And that made all the difference. I'm still here. I'm getting help. My parents know now. And I'm holding on. You saved my life. Thank you. Sincerely, Jaden Reyes." Marcus's hands shook. "Jaden Reyes?" Officer Daniel Reyes nodded. "My son." Marcus looked up. The woman across the street still filmed. Her phone caught the moment Marcus folded the letter and placed it against his chest. "I didn't know how else to thank you," Officer Reyes said. "But I had to try." The following morning, Marcus Bell's phone buzzed nonstop. By 6 a.m., he had received over 100 missed calls, dozens of text messages, and email notifications from news networks and social media accounts. The video from the night before, the traffic stop, the letter, the revelation had gone viral. Over 3.5 million views by noon. Major networks picked up the story. Some headlines were skeptical, others celebratory. Most were stunned. East Bridge teacher pulled over. Cop hands him something that changes everything. Not every police encounter ends in tragedy. This one ended in tears. Comments flooded in. Parents thanking Marcus Bell for reminding them that teachers are often unsung heroes. Students sharing their own stories of being seen when they thought no one noticed. Officers sharing how the story reminded them of why they joined the force. But there was criticism too, about the stop, about the optics, about racial profiling. An investigation was quietly opened. Still, the overwhelming response was gratitude. The next morning dawned crisp and clear over East Bridge, but beneath the calm sky, a quiet storm of change was brewing. Word had spread like wildfire, not just through social media feeds and viral videos, but whispered conversations in grocery stores, church halls, and school hallways. People who never met Marcus Bell or Jaden Reyes felt something stir deep within them, a reminder of what it meant to see each other, truly see. Outside East Bridge High School, a small but growing crowd gathered. Students carried handmade signs. "Thank you, Mr. Bell. You saw me when no one else did. Teachers save lives." Parents stood alongside neighbors, some holding candles in the soft morning light, their faces earnest and hopeful. Marcus emerged from the school doors, the weight of yesterday's events pressing gently on his shoulders. He hadn't slept well. His mind replayed the letter and the traffic stop scene over and over. But as he stepped forward, the crowd parted with warm smiles and quiet nods. A shy student approached him, clutching a folded note. "You saved me," she whispered. Others echoed the sentiment, sharing stories of small kindnesses that made a difference: a teacher's smile, a borrowed notebook, a moment of patience when it was needed most. Marcus felt tears prick his eyes. This was more than he ever expected. The community, once fragmented by daily struggles and unspoken burdens, now stood united by a fragile but powerful thread of shared humanity. From the back of the crowd, a voice rang out, Officer Daniel Reyes, standing beside his wife and son. His presence was a quiet statement. The police were part of the healing, not just the authority. The sunlight warmed the scene, bathing everyone in golden hues as they listened to Marcus speak softly but clearly. "Every one of us needs to be seen." That's how change begins, one moment at a time. As dusk settled over East Bridge, a gentle calm replaced the day's fervor. Outside the high school, the parking lot was nearly empty now except for a lone cruiser and the familiar silhouette of Marcus Bell standing by his car. Officer Daniel Reyes stood nearby, watching his son Jaden carefully approach Marcus. The teenager carried a coffee cup, an awkward piece offering he'd rehearsed all day in his mind. "Thanks for everything," Jaden said quietly, voice still rough but steady. Marcus smiled, placing a hand on the boy's shoulder. "You're stronger than you think. And you're not alone." Daniel stepped forward, the years of tension and worry finally easing in his posture. "I was wrong to stop you like that, Marcus. I didn't understand. I wanted to say thank you." The three men stood together in the fading light, a quiet circle of understanding and forgiveness. Behind them, the school's windows glowed softly, the sounds of laughter and life spilling out, a reminder that every ending was just a new beginning. From the Soul Script, real stories, real emotion, shared with the world. If this story moved you, please consider liking the video, subscribing for more soul-stirring stories, and sharing it with someone who needs to hear it. Your support helps us bring these voices to light.